Welcome. Oh, hang on. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Relax Guardians Podcast, episode 43. I'm your host, Agnikai, joined as always by my co-host, Sebs. How you doing, Sebs?
I'm good, guys. I'm good. I'm good.
Obviously, we're recording on a Sunday again instead of our usual Thursday night. We had someone lined up. They didn't show up. I'm going to leave it
So,
there.
so Cam Connor, you are our standing low guy. So, what we're gonna do? We're gonna throw our assumptions between me and Agnikai, and you in the Twitch chat. You are our man on the ground.
All right, let's just fucking jump into this.
Right.
Witch Queen Showcase started, launched, went live. Amazing!
Holy fucking shitballs! That fucking crap was.
Yeah.
But do you think so? They shouldn't turn around and done the showcase, and then they turn around and gone, "Your season of the Lost," and then they showed a little bit, and then the first bit that you walk in with Mara Sov, and she goes, "Oh, you have to help her. You have to help her get a ghost. You have to help her get a worm away." And you're like,
Okay.
"But I've seen the."
Yeah.
But I've seen the Witch Queen. I know what's going on. I don't want to help you because I know you're gonna fucking send Guardian fuckers after us.
Yeah.
I was like,
all right.
fuck you and your worm. Fuck you.
Wow, we're skipping way ahead. So,
I'm like, how? But the people in Destiny, the people in Bungie. Yeah, I saw my man. We're gonna chat about them. But do you think the people in Destiny is like the people in Bungie going? Should we hold out on the showcase? Should we let Season of the Lost like kind of start first, and then release the showcase?
yeah, see, I was confused because I thought that whatever they reveal in Season of the Lost, oh, sorry, Witch Queen Showcase would have been too many spoilers for Season of the Lost. But, okay, I see the through line of where this season's going to go, but I don't see why we had to have all this ambiguousness of what the Season of the Lost is going to be. Because it was just, we got nothing until it launched. We knew nothing
Yeah.
what the season is or anything. So it's like, what was the reason for holding out? I don't know. And even the Season of the Lost trailer doesn't show anything that was gonna ruin Witch Queen Showcase at all. Like, I mean, it doesn't even. Does the Season of the Lost trailer like tells us that we're gonna help Savathun free her worm, whatever. Like that's great. But then see, then the showcase for Witch Queen is like Savathun's done something. We now have to go to the Throne World to stop her from doing something. We don't know what yet. But she's got Hive Guardians. Well, she's got the power of the light to resurrect Hive.
Yeah, but that's the issue. So you've got Throne World, where she controls wholeheartedly, but then that's those Hive Guardians. Are they only in the Throne World, or is it a Dreadnought scenario?
Okay, so the Dreadnought is ripped into our reality.
Yeah,
But I'm pretty confident in saying that Savathun's Throne World is still in the Ascendant Plane, and I think her Hive resurrecting abilities, the light abilities, maintained in the Ascendant Plane at the moment.
yes, but do you think it's going to be this Dreadnought thing where she has enough power? You know, she's done something that nobody else has been able to do, and that's bring Hive Guardians. Hive Guardians as a thing, type of thing. Like,
yeah,
I was under the impression that they couldn't. Oh no, that's the Vex that they couldn't think paracalls and entities. So don't worry. But do you reckon she's gonna rip and just twist reality and chuck it into the normal world?
No. The thing is with the Dreadnought is that Oryx didn't do that either. It was his daughters that did that.
I thought it was Oryx.
No, so they were the whole Dreadnought worked because of his daughters stitching and unstitching reality around it. So that's how it technically moved through space. But we killed them; they're gone, and Savathun didn't have access to that power. So I think she is locked into her Ascendant Plane. That's why it's this massive place. She's just built this whole other world, and ultimately, I don't think we're going to old Chicago anymore. From that, remember how they released that image?
That's exactly right. Yeah, because that was one of my next. That was my next thing. That image that we had of old Chicago was swampland.
Yeah.
And then we were supposed to get this new area called Old Chicago, but the entrance to the throne world is swampland.
Yeah, it's that same area. And they're wearing
Yeah.
the same armor and everything.
Yeah. And so you're like, ooh, is there going to be a new area, or is this going to be a playable area once again, like the Dreadnought?
I believe it's going to be the playable area, and that's going to
Yeah.
be the patrol zone. I saw somehow someone got access to the information. The raid's going to be inside of that pyramid ship, the one that's been cracked open. Like
Oh,
someone's
wow.
ripped it open. Something is in there. That's where the raid's going to take place.
Oh, do you reckon we're not going to be fighting Savathun?
Okay.
Or do you reckon they're going to push it out the season?
I think we're going to fight Savathun in the same way that we fought Oryx through the story, and we beat him in the story, but then we had to beat him again later.
But do you think, like, looking at the name, looking at the type of name, so we go Witch Queen, okay? We go Witch Queen, 2023, possibly, Lightfall. Do you reckon she's tied to Lightfall, where we will be just expanding Leviathan-wise within her Ascendant Throne, and then Lightfall is her falling from the light, as such, not us, as we kind of.
I think Lightfall is all light gone. I think.
Right. Okay.
However, she's gotten access to the light. People are thinking that it's to do with Nokris, and then the way he did necromancy, she somehow figured out how to adapt the light into that. Yeah, I think the way Witch Queen's final season arc at the end of the year is going to end is somehow Savathun has fucked us, or somehow the light has fucked us and the light is gone, leading into Lightfall. And then we have the final shape being the final season after Lightfall, and the final shape is when the darkness wins. So, oh man, lore-wise, I'm feeling like it's going to be just darkness abilities is going to be the only way to go. Future expansions. It's so hard to say. Savathun is such a tricky character.
Yeah, it's difficult, but so I wrote down. So I watched it again this morning. Okay, so like I said, Old Chicago. We were under the impression that we were going to Old Chicago.
Yep.
It's possibly not a thing unless it is Old Chicago is the lead into the Ascendant Throne.
Yeah, how do we get there?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. I think we build the gate to get there by the end of Witch Queen.
Yeah, but do you reckon it'd be Old Chicago built the throne, built the gate to get into there?
Old Chicago was overthrown by Fallen, so I don't think Hive have control there.
Yeah, okay.
I think this. Okay, so with Season of the Lost, we got this new quest that's going on with Marasov, and she's talking about this story about twins.
I need to stop. What the fuck as well? What the fuck? You purposely go in, and then Osiris is all being like,
Osiris is like tickle fingers.
yeah, and he goes, "Ooh, look at this person! Bang!
Yeah.
I've been fucking Savathun all the fucking time."
Yeah.
You're like, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's so good, isn't it?
Because I was like, oh, what? What the fuck?
Yeah, we're getting this reveal right now.
But Marasov, she froze Savathun. She went,
Yes.
huh. Does that mean she has stasis powers?
I think she has access. We're getting so deep. We're getting so deep into so many things. I've been watching fucking Mile and Bife all day because they're like, look, there's so much more going on that we didn't realize.
Yeah.
So Marasov went to this place. I forget what it's called now, but she went to this other place, and it's like a place of infinite information. And she went there for millions of years. And when she came back, she had a brand new outlook on paracausality. And so I believe she has access to stasis powers, or some powers that we don't properly understand yet.
Yeah.
I don't think she properly froze Savathun there. I think she froze an access point to Savathun. I don't think that's Savathun just sitting in a crystal.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, 'cause
like-
she'd be way too powerful. It'd be more probably
Yeah.
a copy of a copy. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
I think- yeah,
that's going back to some of the theory is that she has Osiris trapped.
Well, she says that she has Osiris trapped,
Yeah.
so we get an ink block. We're getting so far ahead from what we're talking about.
No, fuck no, we're over it. We're all over the place. Fuck it. It's the way we go.
The fucking end of the first week of Season of Lost, we get an ink block cutscene where Savathun explains that she was involved and she is responsible for everything, basically leading up from way back when Tora Bottle fell all the way up to now. She orchestrated all of it. Anyway.
Yeah.
At some point, she's like, "I kidnapped Osiris. I've got him, and I took his form."
But all right, you went a little bit deeper than I was going to go, but it's all right, mate. It's all right. So, do you think? So she has Osiris. So then she has Sagira as well, which is another obviously Osiris's ghost. We'd under the understanding that Sagira died or got shot. But do you think it was just a ploy because Savathun can't replicate ghosts in the real world, and then she's got Osiris and Sagira in the throne world, and then she's used that ability to copy Sagira to make the hive ghosts?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Understand what I'm going to go for?
Yeah.
Because
I think that's what's happened too. I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think. It's so much. I think she's done this crazy amalgamation of the Nokris hive magic of resurrection, and then she's taken some sort of technology from Sagira to harness the light to put it into these ghosts that she has created herself. Because if you look at them when you're watching the showcase and you see that bit where they kill they're called something. They're not called Dark Guardians. They're not called Hive Guardians. They're called
begins with L. Lucid.
Yeah, the Lucid Brood, yes. So when you kill one of them, you got to crush the ghost. But when you grab that ghost, it's like that hive. It's not soulfire, but it's the poison thing.
Corruption.
Whereas our ghosts are like the physical orb, and like you can't just crush those things. You have to have some sort of power causality to destroy our ghosts. So I don't think they're quite as powerful as our ghosts. I don't think they are actually our ghosts. I think they're a copy or a best attempt at. So they can redo what we do with the light and give them certain abilities, but I don't think they're going to be as powerful as we are.
Yeah, because obviously but that's into a thing that we because we are paracausal, we do not need anything special.
Yeah.
To crush them, because obviously we are paracausal.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not sure where it's going to go from there. But yeah, going back to how we get to her throne world. So Mara Sov kicks off this season. We get this exotic quest, and she tells us the story about these two twins. And they had two weapons, a crown and a spear. And the crown, we're all pretty sure, is the Crown of Sorrows. And then the spear is the spear that we are currently crafting for the quest step, I believe. I'm not sure if that's 100% correct.
That's the glaive, is it?
I don't think it's the glaive. I think the glaive, they said in the showcase that the glaive is coming with with Witch Queen, and you're going to craft it on the crafting table. Definitely going to get to that. But it's going to be this crown and this spear, and I think we're going to create those, and it gives us some sort of ability to then enter her throne world. I think that's how it ends.
Right. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
They like, from this start, I am fucking erect. From the Season of the Lost to the Witch Queen, I am walking around highly erect.
You're just like Ron Burgundy from Anchorman.
Count Connor, how many new dungeons? Well, they are saying that there's going to be a toss-up of a new dungeon every 3 months with a rotation of pinnacles through the raids. That's what I've heard, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
So Vogue is no longer... Vogue will be the pinnacle for 1 week, and then he'll go Garden of Salvation pinnacle, DSC pinnacle, Last Wish pinnacles. So he'll get the rotation through the raids, which I think is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing. And yes, the dungeon wise, every 3 months, I think they're saying that they're going to have possibly rotating the pinnacles through each dungeon, and there's going to be a new dungeon every 3 months. But I wouldn't hold me to that.
Your camera froze. It's not a new dungeon every 3 months. It swaps between either a new dungeon or a new raid, starting from the special 30th anniversary release coming up in December. So we get a new dungeon in December, new raid with Witch Queen, dungeon raid, dungeon. believe.
Yeah, okay.
And so the second raid, I believe, is the reprised raid.
And that's going to be Crota. That's going to be...
It's a toss-up between King's Fall and Crota. I feel like King's Fall would fit thematically. Witch Queen, King's Fall, just the grandeur of it. I'm kind of hoping that they reprise Crota as a dungeon, as one of the dungeons that we get, and it's like, oh, but they're just reprising content. I don't give a fuck. It's a ton of fucking content to like, build a brand new dungeon. May as well like save yourself some development time and reprise something into a dungeon instead. That way
Look,
we
just
can still
change.
get shit.
Yeah, look, it'll be great if they just change King's Fall or whatever, Crota, whatever it is, into a dungeon. Something like that. Yeah, it is reprised. More content.
It's more content. We get to play it again. I don't give a shit if it's reprised. Vogue is reprised, and that's like still great content to play. Oh, you're just
don't mate, because I did Garden of Salvation on the weekend, and what a fucking great raid. What an absolutely fucking fantastic raid. Love it. We did it in about 2.5 hours. It was fucking great.
Was it really that short? Because I kept checking on you guys, and you guys were going for a while.
We got stuck on the last guy. We had about 4 or 5 wipes on the last guy, but we got in there. And it was great. It was absolutely fantastic. It was really nice going back into the... All right. Let's go back. But all right. So what I wanted, what I liked, what I kind of hated and liked in the showcase is all that crap at the beginning for 45 minutes. Like some of them were fantastic. Like, oh, I met my wife here and blah, blah, blah. And she plays Destiny and now we got a little baby guardian. I was like, that's amazing. And then Rick Kakas come on. And I'm like, his voice, his voice is so jarring and like so like it as soon as you hear it, it is Rick Kakas, and then all the others like blah blah blah, and then it was like, hey, Rick Kakas. I was like, whoa, fucking hell, where the hell did you come from, Rick?
Yeah, it was awesome to see like all of the art, all of the well, not all the streamers obviously, but like a bunch of streamers over the years sort of getting their like, remember when this happened moment, and like, it was really nice. It was very long, but they wanted to get as many people in there as they could.
And so I decided to ask our clans, Destiny, in Discord, and everybody else come up with like semi decent ones, and I was like, some come up with like one possibly a sexual harassment case, so I'm not going to bring that in.
Oh yeah.
I was like, huh. But Vince said
it had a happy ending. Like it was a bit harassing, but it showed what good the community does.
If you want me to read it, I'll read it.
Yeah.
This is Fu. Fu comes from Pood.
Had to change his name.
Had to change his name because he's not allowed to have Pooh. What's your favorite raid to play, and what raid do you like more lore-wise? I'm a big fan of Leviathan and all the ones that are tied to the Leviathan, but lore-wise, Last Wish is fantastic. Lore-wise,
Last Wish.
Hiding. Yeah. And it's such a good looking raid. It's such a really, really good looking raid. Great mechanics as well.
My favorite raid to play is Vault of Glass, just because there's so many people that are coming back to Destiny right now that want to learn how to raid, and that's the best way to teach them, is take them in there. Yeah,
I said, yeah, you're right. All right, Fu comes from Pood. Not a very good one, but the lovely trials in D1 when it's the Toxist. We get we got this who literally messaged me saying, dance party is for YouTube. So we all did. And then, of course, I shoulder charged him off and sent me a message saying he's not salty. And that was great.
Right. So he killed someone who just wanted to have a dance with him.
Yeah. All right. Vince, it's the people, the kindness of strangers who help you learn to jump or tackle your first raid or smash out that impossible GM. With those moments, friendships are formed, laughter echoes through the headset along with Seiko's screams. Sevs can be heard encouraging you with, mate, what were you thinking? Along with Agnikai's sighs in the background. It's the rituals of hearing Island Dan's yeah boy when we nail Atheon, or it's the quiet times with mates where little is said, but the fallen are falling. These are the moments I live for.
That's really great.
All right. Shimmer Shine. When I joined this random guy's fire team and we did Whisper of the Worm mission, he helped me get through the jumping puzzle, and that alone easily took 2 hours. Wow.
Wow.
Fair play to the boy. But he was calm and we ended up finishing it. What a legend. He is a legend. Because you only have what? You only got 20 minutes to finish that bloody thing?
Wait, say that again?
You only have 20 minutes to finish Whisper of the Worm Masterwords?
Yeah, so you must have to keep rerunning it. Gotta go, you guys are the best. Keep up with the wall balls out. Catch your countdown.
With the low balls. Oh, is that balls? Is that
Yes,
a guy
yeah.
balls? Yeah.
Balls down,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Cheers, mate. All right. This is off Black Widow. It's not necessarily D2 related, but it is. But I jumped into an LFG party for Shattered Throne run, and one of the guys proceeded to freak out because of my gender. She is a female. Am I allowed to call a female?
Yes, you're allowed to call a female.
And was instantly hitting on me. His clanmates and long-term friends kicked him from everything, and I ended up being in their clan for some time. Oh, and we two-man the dungeon that they've been trying to clear for 4 hours. I'm only at Vorgoth. It's memorable to me because it was the first step to opening myself up to the world of online games and playing with other people, knowing that the community was there to forever be supportive.
Yeah, there you go.
Beautiful.
There's some great stories in there.
Yeah. And so they said some really great stories and it was fantastic and I really liked that. Went on slightly half hour too long.
Probably, yeah.
45 minutes because I was listening to it in the car and I couldn't like zip forward because I was trying to listen to it in the car.
Oh, did you listen to the showcase live? Or did
yeah.
you...
Oh, I was just on YouTube as I was driving.
Yeah. I wanted to stay up and then I was like, I actually have to get up extra early in the morning to go to work, so I can't. So I got up. I skipped the initial showcase the first time I watched it. I just got straight to the Witch Queen reveal.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to see the Season of the Lost shit. I just saw the Witch Queen reveal, and then later on that night I came back and watched the full thing.
That was awesome. Yeah, it was great, and it was just fantastic. I think they've lore-wise, story-wise, they are really pulling it out of the bag at the moment because it's just fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're doing so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what's going on with the Witch Queen lore-wise? So Savathun, at some point at the end of the Season of the Lost, she's going to piss off, or maybe she's never actually here. She's going to be back in her throne room, Ascended Realm. She's in her own court. She has created ghosts to resurrect her own brood. So we have to go in and we have to stop her. We don't know why yet. All we get is Ikora saying that we have to go do it. And that's all we know.
It's tied in with the Season of the Lost, obviously trying to remove her worm off her. But you can have tidbits as you see the showcase. You can see there's a battle there because there's a part where she's walking into the water. I'm going to say she walks into the water, and then as she looks up, there's a light and dark, and they come into the center as like a thing. So there's obviously a lazy ass guardian. Yes, she is fucking lazy ass. She's been given more lines, and you can see there's obviously a war between the light and the dark, even in that picture. And then it jumps forward, and there's a pyramid. Yep, that's been smashed open as well.
Yep.
So there's got to be something there.
Yeah. So that's as much as we know. And that she's like 210 feet tall, and she's got massive moth wings.
So I'm going to throw some things at you now, okay? All right. Mm-hmm. Truth. Does it live in the world or in the mind? What do you reckon?
Yeah. So the Witch Queen is this whole survive the truth thing, and it's like, what is your truth is essentially what she's getting at. So yeah, it's like what you choose to believe in. Right now, especially with the fact that she gets the light powers, it's like for the longest time, we have all been, I'm gonna say, what's the word I'm looking for here? Trained to believe that the light chose us specifically, and that we are the only ones worthy of the light.
Yeah.
But now that she has it, it's like, what does this actually mean? What is actually the truth here? Were we actually the first to be given the light, or is that just what we believe?
If you went back to my Traveler episode, I turned around and said, we are just a tool to look after the Traveler. We are not blessed people. We just got given something because we were the most competent to save the Traveler from getting fucking eaten by the darkness. And that's coming to more light now, or coming out more due to the fact that somebody else has got the light. Whether it's in the throne world, I don't know if it's different, if the physics is slightly different. Because we know we have come across the physics are slightly different way from Oryx's throne world. When the Vex attacked, they couldn't come across and they couldn't go across because the physics were different.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to pose a question here. Do you think that us as Guardians are just an experiment in a long line of failed experiments, and we are finally the first thing to properly wield the light with the ghosts? Because with Gaul tried to steal it, and he tried to focus too much into himself, and it destroyed him. Could it possibly be that some points along the line the Traveler has potentially tried to give other species the light, and it's failed, and it's led to collapses or syzygies or whatever, whirlwind, and that's why they keep failing, and that's why he keeps leaving, because it's like a scientist just causing experiments and failing, so it fucks off and moves on.
I think it was just a reaction to something going on, and it just said, and it was the final, like, oh, I need to do something.
Maybe,
and
yeah.
this is what came out again, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you are frozen again, by the way.
That's all right. It's all right. I don't know what's going on. This is why I need
it's just our fun little connections, you know? It's just the way we like things.
This is how I love to do stuff. But yeah, so look, you could be right. It could be a failed experiment, a continually failed experiment. But you don't read about ghosts anywhere else.
That's what I'm saying. Are the ghosts the next step in a series of experiments? So the Traveler's focused down the light into a point, and then it's kind of like a funnel, funnel of light pouring into it. So we only get a certain amount. And with Gaul, he got too much too quickly, so it destroyed him. Whereas the ghosts, we're getting fed the light through the ghosts, and just enough to give us these abilities without overdoing it. And then
possible.
The more powerful the Guardian, like
he's anyway.
like the Vanguard and all of that, or some of our legendary characters, they're more powerful because they can withstand more of the light for whatever reason. So you get these stories of Anna Bray, whenever she shot her golden gun, it left pools of light on the ground, and all of that sort of stuff. You know, why Okoro can cast two supers in 10 seconds, like.
Possible, yeah, it's possible. Like, yeah, and then, all right, I'm going to throw another on you. All right, who says little light?
Fuck, I just... Fuck.
All right, well, everybody out there. Look. Everybody out in Twitch world, who says little light? Who is the only person out of In Beyond Light, and little light? Who says little light? Come on, guys. Come on, Twitch
they're
people.
Be 30 seconds behind. Okay,
yeah.
So look. The stranger has encountered Savathun. Oh wait, but Savathun wouldn't remember that.
Sagira? No, you're wrong, Vince. Oh, did Sagira say it?
Sagira said it.
Right.
But the Exo Stranger said it first in Destiny 1.
Yeah. So, is Savathun playing the long game? Is she the Exo Stranger? Because she says it in the showcase. Hello, little light, and all that sort of fucking crap.
Or is it a case of they have a better understanding of what these powers are than we do? Because
it's a nickname. Come on, man. You wouldn't call something little light.
Yes, but
it's more of a friendship thing. Savathun.
There we are. Does mean little light in Egyptian, yes. So Osiris called Sagira, yes. But what I mean is, like, Savathun is millennia old, and she has been chasing down the light for however fucking long. Surely she has an understanding of what it does and how it works, and references it as little light. in comparison to what the Traveler is, and potentially what the Gardener and the Winnower are.
But it doesn't it feel like it's more of a pet name?
It does. It does feel like a bit of a pet name. And here's the thing. The Exo Stranger encountered Savathûn in the Darkness timeline, and possibly Savathûn could have said the little light thing to the Exo Stranger at some point. Like, they could have had that conversation that was said, and the Exo Stranger latched onto that sort of idea. Because, we don't know how many times the Exo Stranger has reset herself in the timelines. Like, we know of the darkest timeline, and we know our timeline, but we don't know how many she's actually been through.
Right.
So,
because doesn't she fight alongside? She fights alongside Banshee, though, doesn't she? And then when the Vex attacks
yes.
Deepstone Crypt.
Yes.
But she's got a mind, so it's within 12. 20. Isn't it a timeline after like 12 or something? You start losing your fucking mind? And that's why Banshee's like, even at 44, he's fucked.
No, Banshee was fucked after 44 because he wasn't Banshee 43 or 42. He was Clovis 43, 42, 41. And then when he became Banshee, they corrupted his mind on purpose so he wouldn't reveal that he is Clovis.
Okay, there we are.
Elsie Bray, Exo Stranger, is a different. She's like the Ferrari of Exos. She doesn't get the degradation. She doesn't get the memory wipe problems. Whereas like people like Cade and Saint 14 and Lakshmi wouldn't because she's only 2, but
she's dead.
She's also dead. Yeah, so her memory's not what it used to be now. But
she got fucking shot in the face.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that the Vex didn't kill her, that Savathûn killed her because she was done with her.
Yes, I do as well. I think you're well on there.
Yeah,
you are right. Yeah,
I think she revealed herself to Lakshmi there, and then she pissed off when the Vex showed up. But anyway, yeah.
Look, yeah, there's so many ties in. There's so many. Sneak and View is a good one. Sneak and View is a good one. Yeah, look, there's so many tie-ins. Like the person who's supposed to come on, he was under the impression that Lakshmi didn't do anything wrong. That the way she reacted to the Fallen coming into the tower was the way people reacted to that was
accurate.
Well and just, and it kind of goes back to what's happening in the world. But
that comes down to personal views. But he said to us that it wasn't wrong, but I don't think wrong is the correct terminology. I think that she reacted in a way that makes sense, looking at things with a non-biased understanding. Like, we all kind of want, as players, we are. What is what I'm trying to look for here?
Penis.
Yes, we are penised into looking. No, we are being. We're being told and we're being taught to like the Fallen before they enter the city, and like we saw, that they were on the run, and that they had nowhere else to go, and we saw all that and went, okay, come to the city because this is what the last city is. But the people in the last city, all they saw was Eliksni, things that have been killing them for hundreds of thousands of years, or however long, hundreds of years. And now they're in their city and they're trying to live together. It's like they don't see the entire thing.
Yeah. So,
yeah, Lakshmi obviously jumped onto that and tried to use the people of the cities' uninformedness to try and cause a coup to overthrow the Vanguard. And then somewhere in there, Dead Orbit and New Monarchy just jumped on it. Like, apparently they were involved the entire time, but we just never saw any aspect of that at all.
Yeah, it was written in the law where they had a conversation about trying to overthrow things, and they were like, nah, I'm fucking out. I'm gone. I'm out.
Like Lakshmi dies, so Dead Orbit's like, all right, we're out, peace. And they took New Monarchy as well.
But that was down to the peer pressure, to release the peer pressure from the game developers, where they didn't want these faction rallies. So they just say, fuck it, we'll just write in a way that nobody can ever get faction rallies ever again, and just gone. And then they can bring a thing. They can bring them back in whenever they fucking want.
I want them to bring in the foundries. By the foundries, I mean like Hake and Omolon and Suros and all of that. The people that develop our weapons and all that.
The weapon developers.
I want to see some more from them, because there's all this lore on like they exist and everything. We use their weapons all the goddamn time. I I want to see what kind of is going on with them now. Especially
Alright.
now that New Monarchy's gone, because New Monarchy had a monopoly on a lot of the foundries and a lot of the materials that they used. So sort of made problems for the people in the city. Like New Monarchy, this is like not relevant anymore, but the leader of the New Monarchy was actually a really kind and charitable person.
All right, I'll say it.
Yeah.
I know you think so. This is my spare room, and we've cleaned it out because I've got a renovation going on. So everything on this bed is getting sold. So this is why it's a fucking upset. I'm trying to get rid of the bed. Vince, do you want a bed?
You want a bed? Yeah, I got a crooked picture.
I know it's fucking weird.
It's because I haven't hung it properly yet. Yeah. So he was the leader of New Monarchy was actually a very charitable person. He was quite giving, and he owned all the plasteel plating factories, which is what Titans used to make their armor. And then when he got assimilated into the New Monarchy, they took everything with him, and so he basically like cut himself off from the world, and then the city actually got like bombed into like a poverty state. That's why everyone's sort of in this state of unrest, because the city is dying.
Yeah.
They are dying financially, they are dying physically from like constant attack, like they are in a bad way. And then we bring the Elixir in, and then Future Walcott comes along and goes, I've seen the future where we will die if they stay here. So obviously everyone's going to fucking freak out and go, look, the Vanguard don't have our best interests at heart. They can die and come back to life. We die, we're dead. You know?
But it's that diversion timeline. Yes, it could be, oh, I'm going to see it burning, but it could be burning because of the elixir or burning because of another attack, or what you've done could cause that to fucking burn and die, you know?
Yeah, but it's like Future Walcott's not going to say that.
Yeah.
They're going to tell you that it's because the Vanguard don't have your best interests at heart. I
Yeah.
really want to see this play out. But now we got the Season of the Lost, where it's like we just retreat back into ourselves, and now we're dealing with things at such a high level, but there's so much that's happening on our home ground that we are ignoring.
I don't think they should have, like I said, I don't think they should have released the showcase because it just puts you just think that far in forward. Like, there's 178 days left of this fucking thing. It is 6 months, this bloody, or 5 months, or whatever it is. I think it's about 6 months. 178 days. We know what's going on in the showcase. Oh, we've been kind of pointed out. And then we've got Season of the Lost. We've also got Galahorn coming back. Don't get me started on fucking Gally.
Yeah, the anniversary.
Motherfucker. Paid Gally with a catalyst as well. Come the fuck on.
It's got a catalyst? Oh, the catalyst
Yeah.
is probably Wolfpack rounds or some shit. It gets a couple of extra rounds.
But they nerfed it into the ground on D1. They had it. It was dumb. But the problem is we have other rocket launchers. So we have Deathbringer, we have Truth, we have Eyes of Tomorrow. Is Gally going to be able to get up to the same standard as them fuckers? Because they are monstrously powerful. You know, I can understand what's going on because you can just add the Galley in there. The Galley will just fit in there with the Wolfpack rounds and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll keep up. This is going to come down to just time, and we're just going to have to get hands on. From what I remember, it will absolutely keep up just based on what damage numbers it used to do, and its ease of use. Because Deathbringer requires like the timing of the shoot and release, whereas to get the bombs to hit properly. You know, Two-Tailed Fox used to be really great because you shoot the two rockets and they do their two things, so then you leave it and do whatever. But now it's like you got to focus on it. Galley is so ease of access, high damage that's where its greatness came from.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, we'll just have to wait to see how they've carefully tuned, air quotes, as their words, carefully tuned this gun so it's not too powerful. So
Well,
we'll see.
They were saying, do you reckon pre-nerf? Post-nerf? What do you reckon?
I don't think it's going to be the same gun at all. I don't think Destiny 1 Galley exists in any form of code on Destiny 2. I think it's just they've rebuilt this thing to work in a different way, just like they did Hawkmoon. I think it's going to be the same deal. If it gets random rolls, fuck, because that's going to get silly.
But people are going to get so upset. People are like, yes, like Vince said, like, Galley, yes, it's coming back, And then when it comes back and it's fucking trash, like Hawkmoon, like Bad Juju.
Oh my goodness, Bad Juju. Oh wow.
You know?
Might multi-tool's not as great as it used to be. Like there's a lot of weapon sets. But like it's good. I'd rather it not be great because that means that we don't have to go back and play with weapons that we've always played with, you know?
They shouldn't bring him back. Keep him in D1. Don't ever bring your
Yeah.
fuckers back. Just knock it on the head, bang. No D1 shit, all D2 Sith. You could bring,
yeah.
like, you could bring post galley or D1 galley type of thing. But
I think
it's
they
fine
just-
about balance. I think
I think they are just using it as a selling point for the 30th anniversary update.
without a doubt. When is
Like,
this?
that's December.
Oh shit! I better stop buying it then. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for shit to come through, and then I'm just gonna because you can get the Witch Queen bundle and the 30th anniversary as one bundle for a cheaper price on the PSN store.
Right.
So you're just gonna do that. Did you see? I mean, we spoke about it, but the collector's edition of Witch Queen got announced, and it had a Darkness Ghost on it that had this like sounding prong thing on it. And
Wasn't that a what they call it? They'll ooh,
yeah. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but it's what
because of TH.
I don't know. I know what you're talking. Thermidor? No.
Something like that. Whatever that. It's similar to that.
Yeah.
But do you reckon it's that?
I think that's what they
Thermidor.
were theorizing it is, or
I think,
along
yes.
those lines. But yeah, so that went up on the Bungie store and sold out in like 2 hours, and it was $250 American. But then to get it to Australia from the Bungie store, it racked it up to like $600 just in shipping costs and shit.
What?
It was bad.
You got to be fucking kidding.
Yeah,
Because
I'm in a couple of discords where people got it and they went, "This is like my entire savings." God.
wow.
Yeah. Vince got one, but he won't get his till Christmas.
Did you get it, Vince? Did you buy it, Vince? Did you?
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell. I will nosh you off for that, mate.
People are like, oh, he's trolling. People are
What?
asking if there's going to be physical versions in stores somewhere coming soon, like hopefully EB Games or GameStop or JB Hi-Fi. I really hope so. I hope they
I
announce
don't.
that some.
I don't think it is. They say now that you can buy it. So you can buy it, but it doesn't have Game Pass. It doesn't have the actual Game Pass. So you can buy the physical copy of it, but then you have to pay for the Witch Queen
Yeah.
expansion as well on top of that.
Yeah.
Come the fuck on.
It's like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. They can only make so many.
Because I went to get, but they should make as much as they're not. Are they limited edition?
Yes, the limited edition.
Ah, okay, there we go then. Because I went to try and get the grimoires. I was like, oh, I got some extra cash. I'm going to get the grimoires, and I bought the 3 grimoires at $25 each.
Oh wow.
Oh, I looked at the 3 grimoires at $25 each.
Yeah.
Which works out at $75. And then as I went, it was double the price to get them shipped to Australia.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't cost that much to ship.
I don't know what the deal is. You might be able to find them in bookstores around the place. Maybe.
I don't know, man. I don't know. All right. So back to the thing. So we had the showcase. We did the showcase. Then we had some twabs. I don't know why you want to put. If you want to talk about the recent twabs.
I want to talk about weapons because we've done a few raids, but we'll get to that.
Okay. Then they released the fact that trials of 9 weapons are now available in the Prophecy Dungeon.
Yeah.
And you
I've got
can
a few.
farm. Yeah, you can farm them, and they come with some odd rolls. Like some of them are really weird, but because they've obviously brought new perks in.
Yes.
But they're very good looking weapons.
Yeah, they are great. They are really good looking. Yeah, I did a prophecy run, kind of by accident. I was meant to just like teleport to the annex, but I wasn't paying attention, and I clicked prophecy and landed in there before I realized what I'd done. And so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm in here. Let's run. Let's just go."
Yeah,
And yeah,
If-
I got the sniper and the sidearm.
the sidearm's fucking fantastic.
They look great. I haven't used them yet, but I got them. But it says the algorithm shoots too quickly with little impact.
Shut up, Vince, you fucking prick. But and then
yeah.
they brought a catalyst out for the Traveler's Judgment. Is it Traveler's
Traveler's
Judgment?
Chosen. I've got it. Yeah, that's cool.
Any good?
Yeah, it's good.
Will it make it people use the gun more?
No.
No, okay, there we are then. Who gives a fuck? Like, come
It's
on.
not that great of a gun. It's so situational, and it's all about ability regen, but it's based on kills and
Yeah, because it speeds up. They have a better target acquisition and stuff like that as more and more kills are and all that sort of stuff. All right, what else do you want to talk about? Come on, let's talk about your weapons.
Okay, so we got a weapons update talking about how Anarchy got nerfed, Fusion Rifles got this buff, blah 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 blah. Going into the raid, second day of the season of the loss, so I had a few artifact mods already unlocked. Anarchy still holds up fine. It's the main drawback to it now is it had a 26 reserves and now it has a 16 reserves.
Yep, yeah, it's been dropped by 10.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big drop. It does kind of smack you in the damage a bit. Also, it doesn't do breach and clear anymore, which we got spoiled so hard with that now, and that was so critical to so many of our strats for damage. So we've had to switch off to Divinity. Some people are using. I tried Tether last night, worked just fine. People are saying if you run 6 fusions, if you run 6,000 voices or 6 sleeper simulants or 6 null composures, whatever, 6 fusion rifles of any kind, and then you have the new seasonal mod that buffs your damage the more times you hit a target on a fusion rifle. That's the strategy to do it. I'm like, yeah, I get your point, but one, that is very costly to get. 2, those are 2 exotics that are not easily acquired. Null Composure no longer is given to you this season. So I'm talking if you come into the season right now.
Yeah.
You no longer get Null Composure. So it's like, yeah, okay, Fusions have got all these crazy awesome buffs, but if you haven't been playing, if you've only just come in, that doesn't mean shit to you. So
you could possibly use the new linear fusion that they dropped, the Lorenzo thing or whatever it's called.
Lorenzo work or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Lorenzo driver. Yeah, fusions aren't doing amazingly as everyone was expecting it to do. Rapid fires are doing some pretty cool stuff in PvP now because their charge rate matters and you can get some pretty good rolls on that. But unless it, I gotta look at this from a person that comes into this season, not just what we're using from previous seasons as well.
So what is Sleeper? Is Sleeper just an outer world drop, normal world drop, is it? Or is it a quest?
You
have to buy it. Ooh, motherfucker.
And then
it's 1,000 voices.
1K is Last Wish, and you can do the key run, and you can get your 3 keys, and then you got 3 chances a week of getting it.
Yeah, okay.
Which, yeah, fine, but like, those are 2 very high damage output options that are locked behind a lot of game time.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're coming into it and you're new at this, just get what you can. Look, what you can. It's I'm so sick of people coming in and going, "You have to have this." It's like it's not that.
It's not that. So we did it. We did it the other day with just double sluggy shots, and a divinity. And I was doing the teleportation tether thingy, whatever the fucking rift things are called, and the boys had done it and killed the Templar within 3 of those teleportations. I was just going to the 3rd teleportation and they'd already killed it.
Yeah.
You know, there is options out there. And then obviously once you come in and then you get all the new mods and stuff, it will make life a little bit easier. And when we get used to it and all that sort of stuff. But you just fall back to Divinity, don't you?
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to get at. We're falling back to stuff. We're falling back to Divinity now. And it's like, you use Divinity to get the better crit spot, or you fall on Tether.
Easier crit spot, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. You fall onto Tether so you can crit him anywhere. But it's like, I'm so sick of this, and I know it's just because we don't have new encounter designs, but the seasons roll over and we're forced to use different things in the same way that we were already doing things.
I think you're reliant. I think the reliant on Divinity is such it's a gun with a purpose. It's got no purpose other than bringing a crit spot easier to hit. It is the staple within GOS. All the way through GOS, and it's a staple for now that it's a staple that we can't get the crit damage.
Yep.
Do you think they should bring in like technical damage Like in Tanix, so DSC Tanix, you have to shoot the 4 parts. You have to get the balls, and you have to go and go thing. Do you reckon technical damage is a thing? So instead of having to just shoot, you have to go a series of different puzzles and a series of different things to do damage on the boss.
See, I would like that. And that's
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, we kind of got that with Oryx in King's Fall, but we
With the
still
bomb.
ultimately had to stun it. It was ultimately leading to a stun to hit him.
Yeah.
I'd rather do it the way you're talking about, where it's like it's not about having specific weapons. It's about stunning, doing damage with just basically using your enemy's power against them. And
Yeah.
it would kind of, yeah, I would prefer that, honestly.
It'd be good if you go, all right, you have to break in a couple of teams. That person has to go and do that. That person has to go and do that. That person has to go, all right, yeah, cool. You do it all in sync. Bang, you do damage. Well, you didn't do it in sync. You don't do damage. Yeah, Divinities Out of Garden of Salvation. It gives you a plus 15, I think, or plus 25 critical damage. And it gives you a big, like, circle damage spot that people can hit, because some of the crit areas on the Garden of Salvation raid is actually quite small, and people struggle to hit it. And obviously Tanix as well is his head, and it puts a big bubble right underneath his crotch. So.
Yeah, if you picture with Garden of Salvation, picture how Atheon has that Minotaur chest stomach crit spot. That is the same on the boss in the Garden of Salvation, but he is 500 meters in the air away from you, and he's sort of turned away as well. So it's just like it's very hard to get that crit spot. So Divinity just makes it like you hit him in that bubble, you do the damage.
Yeah, and it gives you like a 25%. It gives like a 25% bonus, but it's a continuous 25% over the whole damage phase, because you can kind of proc the bubble and then kind of click on it. There you use less ammo, but the bubble is still there.
So it's like I'd rather see Right now we're just rotating through seasons to do the same thing that we're already doing. Whereas we need to, again, I really hope that Witch Queen does this, or whatever boss is in the December dungeon. That might be a good time to test it as well. Change up how we beat bosses. Doesn't have to be in the campaign story missions. We can still go through campaign story missions and just mow shit down, whatever. Like that's just the way the game works. But when you get to end game stuff, we need to start seeing stuff change from that.
Yeah, look, I think it's hard. I think it's hard to turn around and get away from the fact that you have to bash the shit out of this person with a weapon to kill it. I think look at the corrupted mission. So you remember you go down into the corrupted mission, you go into that room and then everything spins around. And you have to take the balls.
Yeah.
But what if you had the ball and then you went through a series of things to get this ball powered up, and then you throw it at the boss, and then you go, all right, cool, let's go and get another ball. And you got one person throwing the ball, one person stunning it, or one person running the course type of thing, you know?
Yeah, well, what we're talking about here is just Gauntlet, but instead of dunking the balls in Gauntlet, you just throw the balls at the boss.
Yeah, similar, but a little bit different.
Damage.
Imagine Vince or the people who can't, and they have to do a jump-in puzzle. They have to do a jump-in puzzle to beef that ball up to do damage. People will be crying. People will be in absolute bits over it.
Yeah, I would be happy for that to be a 3-phase system where you have to, I don't know, run the ball through the gauntlet, dunk it in something to pass it on. Like,
yeah, just a little bit different.
I just want a really mechanics heavy raid. Okay, I know people are like, "Oh, Deepstone Crypt is really mechanics heavy," but it's not. It is.
No, once you learn it, it's not. When you start it, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was a lot to quickly like learn and understand. But Vologlass, if you've never done Vologlass, is the same. Garden of Salvation is the same. It's like, yeah, there's mechanics in it, but it all ends up in big damage as quick as you can.
Right. Yes, I was going to call you out on bullshit then, but yeah,
no. But I really want to go to like Wrath of the Machine had a really great encounter where you are on top of this wall, and there's this big machine that they've built with like a steamroller on the front, but it's got like blades and shit coming at you. Basically, anyway, you got to outrun this machine until it gets to a point where it gets stuck, and then you got to jump on it, grab these components, and if you like take these components and put it into the thing, it blows the machine up. So it wasn't about damage at all. It was about survive until it got to the point where you could do the mechanic. I want to see that for a final boss, or at least section bosses in raids. maybe not strikes. Strikes is too much of like you get paired up with people,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if they don't like, again with the corrupted mission, if people don't know how to pass or throw the balls, that just turns into a shit show. If we don't know what we're doing, and you're in that strike for
Yeah,
ages, that's when people leave.
they could test it though. They could test it in a dungeon. Does this work? Yes, it works. Let's move on. Let's try and move on to a raid where it is at that thing. So we talking about this was the twab that happened 2 weeks ago. The infinite ammo guys. I know you. If you play, you would have already got the information. So if you've got 2 primaries, you will have infinite ammo on the primaries, even if it is in your special thing. I think there was Fighting Lion. I think is going to be using secondary ammo, maybe because it is primary, or has it got unlimited primary ammo in
Still
PvP?
unlimited primary, but they reduced its reload speed massively.
All right, so you haven't got that. Okay, so that's what's going on. Like I said, we got Anarchy nerfed. We had Sleeper was buffed.
Yep.
Vex is fucking stupid now. It is wrecking
again, and like that's tied into you gotta Vex, especially with that new mod that I was talking about, the Fusion Rifle buff mod.
Yeah,
that is fucking destroying things.
Yeah,
but again, it's like, I mean, it's not really better because he's still got to raid. Like Seiko's done 44 raids now, and he can't get Vex. He just hasn't got it dropped. But by the time he did 44 raids, he could probably go and buy a Sleeper Simulant. Maybe with the spoils that he got, maybe not. It's a lot of raiding to get 250 spoils.
But you already had Sleeper anyway.
Yeah, I know he did, but if it's someone who didn't have any of those things.
Yes.
It's a lot of raiding.
So that was obviously buffed because it wasn't up to standard. But now with this Fusion Rifle mod for 6 months, 178 days, that thing is going to be a monster. It is going to be monstrous within PvP. It's already been complained about. It is one-shotting you across the map because it has the linear fusion charge on it.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. It's and then we have things like that new linear fusion is one shot in people in the head, and then they blow up.
I love that gun.
It's fucking good. It is a very, very good gun.
It's fun. Okay, I don't want to say it's overpowered, and I know that people are complaining about this wall hack thing it's got, where it's like it gets that lock on, and then that thing physically follows you for like the entire time it's locked onto you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's overpowered, and I understand that's going to deactivate into PvP. I think next week.
Good. It needs to.
I also know
it's fucking nuts.
I'm gonna start a hashtag fucking nerf warlocks because they took away my goddamn Radiant Dance Machine boots.
You can see it though. You can just see this go.
Oh, yeah, you can see the whole thing. It's a big ass fucking marker.
It's like,
and like,
oh, you're red.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Dead.
But they took away my fucking Radiant Dance Machine boots because I could dodge 10 times next to people and bullshit. Go nerf the warlocks and leave hunters alone.
Whoa now. That thing, they were getting a super in 5 or 6, like.
Yeah. It was ridiculously powerful. Like, ridiculously powerful. I absolutely agree that they nerfed it. And they turned off Wormgod caresses as well because that was. Someone used those to one-shot Riven with a hammer throw.
Yeah, and all bosses, 2 shots on a hammer was just fucking annihilating them.
Like, I understand, and of course,
what do warlocks get? Oh yeah, we get extra scatter grenades. That's exactly what I fucking want.
They don't fucking work. I watched a Fallout video today. If you put on that gauntlet where it tracks, the scatter grenades collide with each other before they reach the target, and they just destroy themselves. Don't put those gauntlets on. They literally ruin your grenade.
Because I found out about the boots, and the first thing I did was put in fucking Discord, fuck you, hunters.
Yeah.
That was the first thing, as soon as I found out about it, because they've had 2 now. They've had 2 sets of exotics that they've had to turn off because they didn't work properly.
Shit! Oh, damn it. I was meant to be farming. I was farming that Lost Sector yesterday to get the Radiant Dance Machines. I completely forgot about the fish legs. I haven't got them yet.
Oh, right. Oh, there we are.
The exotic's gone now. It's on arms. Shit.
Yeah. But it was like Fish Legs had a buff that if you did a certain thing, I don't play a hunter, so I don't know. So if you did a certain thing, then you could do like 260% more damage with a golden gun or something like that. Yep. It was fucking stupid. They found out, right? Bang, nerf.
Turn it off, yeah.
Turn it off, nerfed. And now these ones, that they were saying, oh, we're gonna break ankles because they were just dodging around people and then freezing them around people. They get their super back, bang, you got your super, and then they piss off to somewhere else. You're like,
And
that's
then,
crazy.
yeah, Arc Striders are in a really, really, really strong position at the moment because they got a great buff, and then they have the Radiant Flux chest piece, which is damage increases how much super you have. Basically, the Chaos Reach just transferred to Arc Strider Hunter now. The amount of time you get that, especially with Radiant Dance Machines up, like
because. So let me just point out, as a warlock, so you have Radiant Flux and Tempest, the Tempest Crown. So they're trying to work out which one's better. So Tempest Crown will give you longer super, and it lasts as long as Geomags on Chaos Reach. But you are roaming super with this one. So the chest piece will give you extra damage the more people you down. When you've killed enough, it will give you 50% back off your super.
Right.
And you can use Arc. So you use that with what's the Arc subby?
Risk Runner.
Risk Runner, and it will give you back your fucking super in about like 1 or 2 minutes.
Right.
So you use that in Gambit or PvE. You'll just run around, electrocuting everything. You'll get your super back. You use Risk Runner, especially on Fallen. Bang! You've got 3 or 4 supers every time. You know.
Wow.
How long is that before that gets shut down? And if you use bottom tree, because obviously the chess piece works on top tree and bottom tree. The bottom tree has Arc Buddies, which has had a buff. You have that. You have you may be able to tie that in with the gloves that you can eat your grenade, and you get your grenade back. You tie them with the exotic legs from last season.
Yeah.
They will give you those noble rounds to piss about with.
Yeah.
And an Arc Buddy. And then if you tie that in with No Time to Explain, so you got like balls running everywhere. Because I done the Arc Buddy, No Time to Explain, and the boots, and there's just all these balls flying everywhere, just like shooting things and stuff like that. It is fucking dumb as fuck. And the bottom tree one has a better arc, so it's a further arc.
Yeah,
so it's like a 10-meter arc, and then that will arc 10 meters further, and all that sort of stuff. So you go anywhere near somebody, you touch them, it is over the other side of the map. It's just lightnings all the way through.
I was playing Warlock today, and I did the Tempest Crown build because I saw you doing it, and yeah, like you said, it lasts forever, and like as soon as you hit one person, it just chains so long, and it's like just it's powerful.
And the top tree one, so like Dawnblade, the top tree one, if you do your Dawnblade, you just get this Dawnblade and you go and do your business. If you do the bottom one, now it allows you to dive into an enemy and then you slam a sword down and then you got Dawnblade.
Yeah.
Same as the arc one. If you do the top one, you just go bonk and then you just do your arc. The bottom one, it will throw a spike into the ground and it will kill people as you pulled your super.
Yeah. Yeah, you do landfall off the cast now, and it does the star-shaped 5 lightning bolts going out. And it's like, oh my goodness, there's so much power in these supers, which is good because they feel like supers. But it's just we gotta keep an eye on how quickly we get them back and how long we can let them last for, especially being roaming supers.
Yeah. And then now they've brought, and so like I don't want to wreck it, but what they've decided is there is going to be no more darkness subclasses, whether it's in this year. I know it's not going to be in this year whatsoever. So year 5, it's not going to be it. They have knocked that shit on the head.
Yeah. So they did say that it's because they want to bring the light subclasses up to the standard of what stasis is and does. So they internally they called it subclasses 3.0, and stasis is subclass 3.0 currently, whereas everything else is 2.0 from vanilla Destiny. So they want to bring it up to 3.0. Starting with Void. Next year, all Void subclasses will be part of the 3.0 system, and then each season will be a different damage type.
Yeah.
Solar and Arc after that. Yeah. So that's fine with me. I thought that it was going to be a ton of work development-wise to get a new subclass in while balancing what each other subclass coming up to 3.0 would do. It seemed like too much to me. So I'd rather them get the current ones that we have up to 3.0, and they're even changing the way they work now as well. So it's like the Void Warlock is going to get another damn ball. So you get the darkness ball that, like, instead of an arc body shooting, it launches out of the enemy and creates a black hole on them to do fucking void damage on them. Like,
No, it doesn't do void damage. It doesn't. It siphons off their power to give back to you to buff
oh,
you.
there you go.
I'm like, what the fuck? What is it in people's minds? All right, the Warlock needs this fucking. It's like it comes off the other games where they usually have Warlocks have the buddy that runs around with them. Whether it's World of Warcraft, you have like a zombie running around with you, and all these other things. In Destiny, it's you have got a ball thing, and it's like the wording was, it's a black hole. I think it's like something of children.
I forget. I don't remember the names.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Brave New World, Star in the Void, New Shape. It's fucking, what the fuck is it called?
It's gonna do stupid shit.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely freaking ridiculous.
I'm excited for that because that sounds really awesome to use. Titans, they're okay. So they're working Titans into this pigeonhole idea that we were talking about, sort of. So the Void Titans, the ones that deal with the Sentinel Shield and the Water Dawn and everything, they're turning them into an actual defensive type of character. Because originally it was called Defender, and now it's called Sentinel, but whatever. But it's like, it's all about building overshields and then sharing those overshields with your team. So keeping your team alive in different ways, which is great. That's what a Void Titan should do. It's all about keeping power on you, not exerting power. And like, okay, we got the no backup plans in this season as well, where it's if you get shotgun kills, you stack shotgun kills, you get an overshield, or you get a melee kill, you get an overshield.
Let me just read some of these things, okay? So look, Night Stalker Hunter, okay? Night Stalker Hunter, Shadow Shot. Okay? That's fine. Stylish Executioner aspect. Sentinel Titan, Overwatch.
Yep.
Shield Toss. Some shit names. Void Walker, Warlock, Pocket Singularity.
Yep.
Child of the Old Gods. How fucking metal does that sound? Child of the Old Gods. And that is the black hole that will chase you down and suck the living life out of you and give it back to the Warlock.
Yeah.
Holy.
I'm very excited for that.
You stick to your hunter. Don't come and tarnish Warlocks. You do not come here.
I'm kind of glad with the change that they're doing to the Void Hunter of, instead of quiver shot being 6 individual shots and you float somewhere and fall off, it does 3 and then does 3.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't sound like it's getting the type of love that Warlock and Titan are getting yet.
Yeah, look, we don't want to go into these. We don't want to go into these twabs. We are going to record on Thursday, and we will go into these. We wanted to break down what was going on with the
Witch Queen.
With the Witch Queen. This is why we kind of going on. I'm just having a bit of a chat about this because we had a bit of a weird transition where we did the collaboration last week. Yeah. And like Agnikai said right at the beginning, we were supposed to record with
another guy today.
With another guy today, and he didn't turn up. So this is why we kind of trying to get into it, but we will run through the twabs next week. We didn't want that really weird lull.
So we should really round up last season as well.
Right.
So, especially leading to this season. So Lakshmi opened her portal. She got killed. Ikora gave this whole speech about how she's going to look to the city now, and the city's in disarray. She's going to be the voice of the city and help them out more. But I don't see that working.
No. Like what we said like 2 episodes ago is the citizens haven't got a voice anymore. Whether it's down to Bungie going, well, we just don't want to deal with the factions anymore, or it was already set in stone that they were going to take these out, so they get this anger through the citizens. Citizens. I'm not too sure, but or like you said, did Osiris kill Lakshmi because he was Savathun at the end of the day? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Look, but it drops the new season. You get your dropping of the bomb in the first 10 seconds. of doing the
Yeah.
first mission. Like you do the first mission, bang, you are reamed.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Because I obviously the streaming. I started streaming and I was like,
What the fuck? Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What the actual fuck? And then my stream froze. So I was like, fuck you.
Oh no. Wow.
But I've got an issue where I jump into the chat and my headphones, because I am got the Mixi amp thing. I'm going to try with my A50s now later. That I can't mute the people out because the buttons on the PlayStation 5s don't work
Oh yeah. Okay.
through the other thing. So
Yeah. Okay. So, what's interesting and sort of great about this season currently, even though it's the first week, it's not being shown in the gameplay yet because this feels kind of disconnected. But in the gameplay, all we've seen is that we are laying these ley lines and we're working out how to traverse through the ascendant plane.
all right, stop now. All right,
Yeah.
ley line thing, splice the thing. They're exactly the same thing, but with a different fucking name. They're exactly the same fucking characteristics, but with a different name. Oh, you have to go and do that. You have to go and get that ball over there. You have to take that over there. And then you go, oh, we'll go into the next stage. Oh, all right. The Vex are coming. The Scree are coming or whatever. It is exactly the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. You are running. They are running with the game style. They are running with the same game style. I'm like, you fuckers.
Yeah, and it's brutal. It's so brutal.
And it's no way you can speed that up either. It is, you go there, you get put into
You're
the
lucky. Currently, you are lucky if you get through the fucking first encounter without it bugging out and freezing and not working.
Yeah. But
Annoying.
I do like the Shattered Throne part. I do.
Okay,
I know
so
the Shattered, the Ascendant realm thing. I really like the Ascendant realm.
Yeah. So you got the Astral Ascension, which is the 6-man event, and then you have the Shattered Realm, which is the. I'm feeling like that's our like expunge of the season.
I think it's the expunge, but I also reckon that's where the forest is going to go in there.
Oh, for Halloween. Yeah. Okay.
Because it's very Halloweeny, isn't it? It's very Halloweeny. And if you run around, there's all characteristics of the worlds that you go in. Like there's the water well from the farm, there's the church from EDZ and stuff. So they're all parts of that have just been like ripped apart and stuff like that.
Yeah. So with the running around in there, I've gone in and I've gotten all the chests that you can get so far, and I collected all of the anchors. But I got the bug where 4 of them didn't count for me. Yeah. So I'm 6 out of 10. So I got to wait till next week for it to count for the thing. Which
they're onto that.
Work.
They're very well onto it. DMG has been tweeting all the time regarding it, and
I'm just hoping that I'm not technically behind later on because it's currently not counting now. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. What's going on? But yeah, look, I like it. I like the thought of it. I like the season thought. I hate the fact that they've released Shadow Witch Queen prior to Season of the Lost. I would have rather if they pushed the showcase out until December and then run the showcase in December-ish.
December? Maybe a bit early, like September.
Yeah, just something.
Maybe give Season of the Lost a month.
Yeah, because it just kind of goes, well, why are we helping this fucking bitch out?
When we know where it's going to go right now.
Yeah.
I get that. It makes me excited to see how we get there. But I would have rather had the month of I don't know where this is going, and then I know where this is going to end up, but how are we going to get there now? Knowing what we know.
Just something like that. I think they've. Yeah. It's just I'm just listening to my missus shout at the kids.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think they need to. I don't know, man. It's jarring to me. It's very, very jarring because it's like, well, why the fuck the bitch, the moth bitch?
We're burdened with information at the moment.
Yeah, it's too much information. I like to be kept in the dark and then go, wow, this is so cool. This is what's going on.
Especially because we got a date for the launch of Witch Queen, which is the 22nd of February. It's an all Tuesday that lands on a Tuesday. Like, it's a funny day to launch it on, whatever, but That is so far away.
It is ridiculous. It's
Like-
like I keep shouting. It's 178 days.
So far.
It's
But-
fucking crazy.
We're coming up to time soon. I want to sort of link in. So what we were saying basically from the season of The Hunt, way back at the start of the year, was that we hope that by the time we get to the final season of the year, which is this one, we start to see connections, that everything's linking into itself and everything is sort of ramping up to something. We're not seeing it in game, but it is in the lore. So currently this week we got this story of Keitel is currently fighting Zevil Wrath in space somewhere,
Yeah.
having like space battles, and keeping her at bay, and that's why Zevil Wrath hasn't just come in and destroyed things. It's interesting because the Queen has spoken about watching it through like a lens in the Dreaming City. She can see the whole battle happening at the same time, and so it's this moment of the Queen doesn't care who wins, so long, because at the end of the day, it's just going to be one less enemy to deal with.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's in it's in there as well that she is Sivu Wrath is trying to kill Savathun as well.
Yeah, that's the story of this season, is that Savathun ultimately was revealed that she's coming to us because Zevu was after her, because someone has hired Zevu to hunt her down.
Yeah. I think it's a lie. I think it's bollocks.
No, I believe it. But I'm interested in who would be hunting her down. And this is I'm not gonna go too far into this. I'm gonna leave this as a little cliffhanger crackpot theory for everyone. I think Callus has hired Zevil Wrath. I think Callus hired Zevil Wrath after the coup, way back when, because Zevu claimed Torah Bottle, and that's where I'm gonna leave that.
Right. Wow. Okay. All right. Are we gonna leave it there?
I'm gonna just drop that theory there.
Shit. That is because like you'd have to see who's got the cash, who's got the cash flow that we know of within. So you got Fallen, they got nothing. Cabal, obviously Callus, like you just said, he's got the cash flow.
Yep.
Vex, they don't give a shit.
Yep. Yep.
Wow. That's a good theory, man. That's a good theory.
Yeah. So
yes, you do, Daniel. Yes, you do.
Daniel, so, and if you're ever in our Discord, man, have questions, shout out to us.
I think he's actually my mate, Daniel.
Oh, well, anyway, if you need questions, reach out. If you have questions now, I'm going to leave the stream running for 15 minutes, but I'm not going to go into any more crackpot theories. So if you have questions, shout them out now. Do we have any questions from the Discord this week? I think we had a couple.
Oh, I don't know.
I think we did.
Oh, where? I don't know.
Let me scroll through quickly as well.
No, I got nothing. Yeah, I just got the things from what the moment. All right, here we go. What is your best moment? What is your best moment in Destiny?
Oh, okay.
Let's leave on that. And mine.
Best moment.
Because you spoke in the collab yesterday that your wife and her dad were played, and then you kind of brought together and played it together, and I thought that was pretty nice.
Yeah, so probably the best moment was when I did a flawless run when Volta Glass, so Destiny 1, Volta Glass, vanilla Destiny 1. Doing a flawless run on that, we did that for 24 hours. It was a 24-hour attempt of just like starting and failing. We almost got in the first hour, and then one of our guys, Blimp, for starters, he didn't want to do it because he's like, it's too much pressure for me to try and go flawless, but we got him in to do a run anyway. And we had killed Templar, we were down past the Gorgons, which is like if we get past the Gorgons without dying, we're gonna get this done. We got to the jumps where you jump down to across the ravine and go to the door. And he'd mistimed his jump. And when you land down the bottom there, there's like the ledge you land on, and then there's this little lip on the wall that you can land on. And he landed on the little lip. And this is in Destiny 1, so when he jumped up, there's no mantle. So he went up on a Titan, just missed it, and he got like he got high enough where his knees were the only thing that didn't get past, and he fell and he died.
Oh.
And then he died and he went, "No, I'm out," and he deleted the game, and I never saw him again. Yeah.
Oh, he deleted the game.
He deleted the game. He's like, "I'm
shit.
out. I'm out. We're done. Bye." He just couldn't handle the pressure, And then we went for 23 hours after that, and we finally got flawless after that. But on the flawless run where we cleared finally, I was like 2 levels below recommended power, which at the time was big. That's like 20 levels in comparison now. Big difference. And I almost died as we killed Atheon. I was on like a B stick of health. I just like hid. I ran away. There was no Invis Hunter at the time. There was Golden Gun and Blade Barrage. Not Blade Barrage, Blade Dancer. So I was just like hiding. I was like, I'm not dying. I'm not moving. I'm not breathing. Nothing. And then we finally got it. And then that was actually my first platinum trophy as well on PlayStation.
Wow.
So
nice. Good, man. Good times. I like it.
It was not a good time at the time, but it's a good memory. That was with Luke Bros. That's our early days.
All right.
Me and Kay and Luke Bros did that.
Because you were playing with your cousin yesterday, when you Ginge.
Yeah, Ginger Ninja. Yeah, he owns Beyond Light and all the deluxe stuff, but he hasn't played since Season of Arrivals.
Right.
Now, so he's like, "Can we run the Beyond Light campaign?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, man, let's do it." It's like I don't know where the hell I'm up to. I'm like, "Oh, that's okay. We'll figure it out." Okay. He's enjoying it. It's not too much for him to get his head around. I'm like, ignore all the seasonal shit. I'm just gonna help you through Beyond Light, and then we'll deal with seasonal shit after.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
But what about you? Favorite moment for you?
Mine's recent.
Sorry.
Mine's this podcast, our Discord, our clan.
Okay.
All the people I've met within the last year of us starting this shit. This stuff is great. This podcast is fantastic. This podcast is amazing, and I feel blessed to have people like Vince, Herbs, Crimson, Seiko, all the people in our Discord. I like, it takes so long to name some of the absolutely fantastic people that we have in there.
Yeah.
And that is making this game. Like, I'll come on, I'll talk to people on Discord continuously throughout the fucking day. Just meeting new people. That's it. And us running all through the stuff that I really enjoy, and like starting the streaming stuff up where I would never have done that before. Yeah. Where I would have just played the game, gone, hang up, and then just left.
Yeah.
Where now we grow in something, whether it's growing this podcast, whether it's growing our Discord, whether it's growing a stream fan base type of thing. I think that's my moment. That's my moment. Yeah. All right. I need to go for a wee wee.
Right. Gagging
for the piss.
We need to put that on the shirt.
I've been doing. Anybody out there? If you got the opportunity to watch Ted Lasso, if you got the opportunity to watch Ted Lasso, it is on most streaming service. It is fucking fantastic.
It's an Apple show.
Well,
I mean, you can get it on illegal places.
Yeah, get it on any stream there. And I've been doing the Roy Keane. I'm fucking Roy Keane.
Yeah, I'm up to season 2. I've watched the first episode of season 2. I really enjoy it. But I'm just doing all this shit at the moment.
That's awesome. All right, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. I understand. Obviously, we had a little bit of an issue with the law guy that was supposed to come on, but we rolled on with it. We're going back to normal Thursday.
Yes, Thursdays. Back to Thursdays. I've got a 2-week break from uni at the moment, so I'm going to be doing a big push on getting those lore episodes done, pre-recording some stuff, so when we go to record me and Sevs, I've just got stuff to show him, and then we can react to that. 2 weeks of big production coming up for me, so I might not be streaming as much, but we'll see.
We have Drunk Lore next Saturday.
Next Saturday, yes. So that'll be recorded next Saturday. It comes out that Tuesday.
If you want to listen to the Drunk Lore, it is on our Patreon. It's the only time. We may give you a minute like we did to get you enticed.
We'll see.
Possibly.
We'll see.
We'll see. But like the last episode was fucking fantastic.
Curly's episode was great. Really recommend checking it out.
Yeah, and then now this one is going to even be better because I'll be drinking in my house. All right. I love you all, guys.
I'm going to send this out. You can go, man, if you want. I'll sign us out.
Fuck you all. I'm out. I need a piss. Go pee.
Right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. If you want to follow us, you can follow us here at twitch.tv/agnikai_god. If you want to get the VODs later, they are available on youtube.com/agnikaiGod. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.at_agnikai_god on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram at Relax Guardians Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Support the Patreon. support all the extra stuff. Come into the Discord and ask us all the questions. I'm done. I'm out. Peace.